Hey neighbor, welcome back to Beyond ARTV. My name is John, and over the past year or so, I've been seeing this influx of artists putting out on Instagram or social media saying, text me, I want to talk to my fans, I want to talk to our fans. It could be an artist, a band, a celebrity, whoever else it is. You've probably seen somebody putting it out there, and even YouTubers do it. It's kind of a scummy practice in my opinion, and we'll get into why. It's essentially the modern mailing list for those who were too dumb to figure out that their information is just being harvested, that they're a number on a sign-up sheet. It's not always the cruelest of intentions, and I don't want to say that every band or artist that's done it is just pure evil, but I do not like the idea of it. I think there's always a line that you can try to not cross when you're the artist or else the creator. The DMs are open for some of your favorite celebs, and if you get a reply or even a like on a message that you send them, then cool, that's awesome. But then they take it a step further by saying, hey, guess what? I'm gonna publicly release my phone number. What a cool idea, what a cool concept, right? A little one-on-one. Well, it's not exactly that simple. There's always a catch with these things, whereas back in the day they would be upfront and say, hey, look on our website, you can sign up for the mailing list, and if you do that, then maybe we'll give you like 10% off your tour purchase or your web store purchase, whatever you're buying today. We'll help you out with a little bit of a discount code in exchange for you signing up to get our emails so that we'll be able to tell you when we're going on tour, when we're selling something, when we've got a new live DVD coming out, whatever it might be. It's something that's changed, and I understand that marketing is harder than ever and that people want to feel connected to the artist, but I've talked about this before. It kind of dates back to that line that should be drawn in the sand, and I think that the artists right now are kind of toying with the fans' hearts, thinking that maybe I'll get a reply if I sign up for this. Behind it all, we have this thing called Community. They're a service that provides the artist with a way to text from their phones, or else their management company's phones. In a lot of the cases, I highly doubt that people like the Jonas Brothers, Ellen, or Paul McCartney are sitting at home on their phone typing out messages with all of these links for promoting their tour or whatever it might be. No, you're not talking to Paul McCartney, you're talking to one of his reps, one of his thousands, most likely. It's kind of a weird process because it kind of makes you feel a little bit exclusive, like, oh, I'm in here, I'm getting these updates that nobody else is getting, when in reality, it's not any different than the mailing list outside of the fact that you've been duped into believing that it's a personal exclusive thing. I hate this practice. It feels so two-faced. It feels like you're kind of manipulating your fans into texting you, and I don't want to say that everybody that's done this is pure evil, because I've seen everybody from the Chainsmokers to smaller bands like Young the Giant do it, and I'm sure that they do personally reply to some of the texts, but more often than not, for example, I signed up for the Philip DeFranco number that he put out there, a YouTube creator. He does the news and everything, if you're not familiar. I signed up for his number, my girlfriend did too. She stayed signed up longer than I did, but all it is essentially Phil typing in a text, and it goes out to everybody on the list. It's kind of like a group DM, except when you reply, nobody's probably going to respond. It's really just updates about videos and when things are coming up or if new merch is available. So it's essentially another tool for an artist or creator to promote and push their product. Do you feel cool throwing Ariana Grande or Lady Gaga's number in your phone and saying, oh, look, I've got their phone number? No, you don't. You have the Community number that everybody else has. If I actually pulled up my phone, I could flex on y'all for just a minute here. I could call up Austin Knight from Water Parks or one of the other actual celebs that I have in my phone. It's only a few, including my own number. Oh, I am completely kidding. I hope that you could see through that. It just kind of gets me up in arms. I do have a few people that would be considered somewhat famous, like in my phone, but I would never put out that information, obviously, on the internet, because most people, if they are sane, they don't want somebody, at least all of these fans, blowing up their phone constantly. You have to be able to check out from social media, because all you see is a flurry of tweets and @s and replies every single second. It's probably flying in front of their eyes, but then you have that piece where where you turn off the notifications or you log out of social media and you don't see that anymore. If they had their text messages turned on for everybody that was texting these numbers, if they got notified every time, that would be pure insanity. No one would willingly do that to themselves. What I'm essentially trying to do here is not necessarily make you feel bad or else stupid for signing up for this. If you want to be a part of that, if you want to be notified, if you want to get stuff outside of Twitter, although from what I've seen, most of the time, the artist or creator, they're just kind of tweeting and Instagramming these things anyways, and it just has a bit of a more personal feel when they try to type it out when it goes out of their text message chain. It's a little bit weird to me to kind of feel connected to an artist or a creator in that way if you're trying so desperately to get in their good graces, to text this number and hopefully just get a reply. It maybe gives you some sense of false hope, because if you send the DM on Instagram, that's one thing. If they got them open, maybe they see it, maybe they don't. But them enticing you by putting out the phone number and saying, text me. They're not saying sign up for updates. They're not saying, hey, you're going to get notified when I've got cool stuff coming. They make it sound like they're giving out their personal number, like they're your friend, like, hey, we want to connect, we want to build a community, when 99% of the time, that's not it at all. Shout out to the artists out there that are actually upfront about things, like if they've got a Patreon or a Pillar community or even a Discord that's private and you do have to pay an initial access fee. At least they are upfront about it, but most of the time, they are actively involved in those chats, and it gives them a space to drop in if they want to, but they don't have to feel like they're lying to anyone or being facetious. Stay the hell away from it. That is just my personal recommendation. There are so many things out there that are trying to sell and gain your data these days, and not to be a conspiracy theorist, I don't think that everything is just so bad and that they're always doing these horrible things with your stuff. I'm not yelling, wake up sheeple from the top of a roof or anything. It's just one of those things where beyond the fact that maybe they're doing something with your data, maybe they're giving it to another email chain, whatever it might be, to get you signed up for more stuff, to put more offers in front of your eyes. Beyond that, I just don't like the idea of this false promise of something that is never likely going to be fulfilled, or even if it does, it's just like a one-time thing. It's not like you're going to sit down and have a text conversation with Sir Paul McCartney. That's just how I feel. It kind of pisses me the hell off when I see this stuff, because I just roll my eyes into the back of my head and I'm like, you don't actually want this. You're just like promoting your new record or whatever it might be. Text us and, oh, you just conveniently dropped a new single or your album's just around the corner. Like, come on, get the fuck out of here. We can see right through that. We're not that dumb. But my question to you, if you have signed up for any of these phone numbers, and I say signed up because let's be honest, when you text it, you pretty much have to sign up for something or else put in some sort of information. If you have done that, if you've texted any of your favorite bands or artists, then let me know how it went. Did you actually get a response, or do you just consistently get automated messages that are made to look like an individual response? Sorry if I crushed anyone's dreams out there. It's just not something that I can really stomach all that much. I do not have patience for these things. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. If you enjoyed the rant, then drop a like on the video, subscribe for the love of music. If you want to see some recent videos, then you can tap on these links right here that are floating on screen below me. All of my social media accounts where I will not make you text me or sign up for anything are linked down below, and I will see you soon for more right here on Beyond AR TV.